update on the Dali and the Francis Scott Key Bridge situation. The ship owner has declared general average. So, general average allows for any losses to be paid by all parties with cargo on board a vessel. Uh, this sounds like a weird concept, but it dates back hundreds of years when sailing voyages were very dangerous and risky, and if the voyage was successful, then everyone made a lot of money. And if the voyage was unsuccessful, everyone lost money. So the idea behind general average was that people whose cargo survived the voyage would offset the losses of those who lost cargo or incurred costs to enable that voyage to be somewhat successful. So an example would be if a ship had to jettison cargo to stay afloat, the cargo owners and vessel owner would then compensate those with losses so that ship crews didn't really have to consider whose cargo they were throwing overboard. In modern times, general average can be declared when a ship incurs costs, such as in this case being significantly delayed, being trapped under a bridge. We often see this when there's shipboard fires, so a ship will declare general average, and then all the cargo owners with surviving cargo will pay a cost to offset cargo damage by firefighting water, costs incurred by the vessel for that rescue effort, port charges, etc., stuff that wouldn't otherwise be compensated. So in this case, that ship is sitting idle, it's generating costs, so those will have to be put up by the surviving cargo owners. Typically, a general average adjuster will do an evaluation for the value of the cargo, and then will then set the price for a bond. Something similar is done to portion salvage costs to cargo owners as well if their cargo is salved. Large awards get presented to the salvers under a Lloyd's Open form, and so that basically gets calculated, and then a bond has to be put up in order for your cargo to be released. So once the Dali is freed from the wreckage, it'll presumably be towed back to the port of Baltimore. All the containers will be discharged, where they will be held until a bond is placed for the salvage and general average fees. If you have cargo insurance, this is fairly simple. You just provide a letter from your insurer saying that those costs will be covered. But if you don't, then you're required to put up a promissory note or a cash bond. Yes, you actually have to pay cash, which tells you something about the shipping industry. So yeah, it looks like cargo owners will be on the hook for a portion of the cleanup costs for getting the Dali free and its cargo moving again. This is, of course, independent of whatever liability the ship may have for taking out the bridge. That's currently thought to be $3 to $4 billion, which is going to be covered by the ship's P&I Club, which is basically a marine industry self-insuring organization. There's a number of these clubs which provide insurance individually, and then in the case of larger claims, will pool their insurance and then also have reinsurance. So they're covered for approximately $3 billion in losses. It's very likely that this could be the largest marine loss in history, exceeding that of the Costa Concordia. Work on the limited access channel continues. The Chesapeake 1000 was brought in to remove a large section of truss, and salvage crews are using clamshell buckets to dredge up the concrete road deck from the seabed to get that channel open. The target is for the end of the month. We will be staying on this story as further updates warrant. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching.